Hey everybody, welcome to this Celebrating Success with Sandy G, which is a little confusing because I'm also Sandy G and she's Sandy G.
It's the Sandy
Um,
Sandy show.
it's the Sandy Show, Friday night coming to you. Um, so I'm Sandy. I'm a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner and whole body healing coach. I'm the founder of Motivated to Heal. And today we are doing a celebrating success. Just remember, anything you hear today is for educational purposes only. Please talk to your doctor before making any changes to your supplements, your medications, your exercise program, all that sort of jazz. So today I have my wonderful client, Sandy, who is here to share the successes she's had over the past year. Now, last year she hit her real rock bottom, and I think the changes that she has made and what she's accomplished with her health is truly inspirational. I thought it was going to take her a lot longer to get to where she is today, even though we have more work to do and we'll work through that together. I'm just so proud of the changes she's made because they really are huge. So, hi, Sandy. Thanks for coming on live.
Hi, Sandy. Thanks for having me. You're right. It's been a long journey, but I'm really happy to be here. I'm hoping that maybe that we'll do another one again when I'm 100% better. But yeah, I'm happy. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I know it's perfect timing because you did have your birthday last week, and that was last year when you went through that rock bottom. So why don't you share your story, what's gone on with your health and how it led to that rock bottom, and we'll share some pictures of what that rock bottom looked like.
Okay. Well, let's see. I've been following you for a couple of years, but even before that, I had to leave my job because I was really sick. I had a lot of pain. And I didn't know what was going on. Come to find out, I was suffering from an illness that a lot of people do, that when they're put on psych meds for a long time, it really has some bad effects to them. And I was put on a benzo and a antipsychotic for sleep, and for 10 years. I'm going to try not to cry because
Crying's
it's
okay.
because it was really hard. And of course, doctors don't know anything. They just put me on more drugs. They put me on Remron, and then I had to leave my job, and I was just really sick. And so I don't know. I found you at about, I don't know, after I'd been sick for 2 or 3 years, and you helped me a lot, but I didn't have the money at the time to hire you. But you did help me with my weight a little bit. But I was just kept losing weight. I don't know. I was down to 80 pounds. When I ended up going to the hospital, and I couldn't eat, I couldn't poop. My muscles were so bad that my pelvic floor, I couldn't even urinate without having to calf myself. It was pretty bad, and I couldn't eat. I mean, you helped me a lot, even though I was pretty sick with some of the foods that you're suggesting, but I was just really, really at a bad place. And so it took me a long time to get better. So that's the bad part. I forgot what was the rest of the question.
So last year, I remember before, because we started working together in December, but right around
Hmm.
your birthday, you ended up in the hospital. So
Yes.
um, can you tell us about that?
Oh, well, it was a pretty sad state. I was pretty hopeless. I was in a lot of pain. I wasn't getting any help from my doctor. And well, listen, feeling, I was on so many medications. I remember asking you about Caviance, and I'd already started it, and you had said, to only take it a couple times a week. Well, it was too late for that. And then I found out how that's hard to come off of. And so I was thinking, God, I'm never going to get off of these medications. I'm going to be tapering until I'm 70 because, I just turned 64, and I didn't want to taper drugs the rest of my life. And so I was in a lot of pain, and I wasn't getting any help from my doctor. So I called a friend and asked him if he had any pain meds. And so he brought me over some morphine. And so I started taking that on top of everything else I was already on. And it just made me really groggy. It really didn't take away my pain. It just really messed with my everything. And I just became more depressed, more hopeless, until one day I just said, screw it. And I wrote a letter to my son, and I took the whole bottle of morphine, and I ended up in the hospital. So, but actually, it was a good thing because it was like a hospital detox because they took me off of one of the medications. They cold turkey me off, which was hard, but I'm glad they did. And they also cut my benzo down a milligram. So that was one less milligram I had to taper. And it was amazing. I felt so clear headed. My son was coming to see me every day, and I had nurses around me. And so it was kind of like a hospital detox that I needed. And I was still, tapering the other three medications, but when I got home, I threw away the Caviance. I cut my other two meds down, and I started feeling better. And that's when I decided, that this was the time that I needed to have your support in addition to what I was trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is what's so amazing to see where you are today. And because we talk every 2 weeks, and I'll let you share that story in a second, but I want to share the pictures because I remember last September you really were set on getting into coaching. You were going to do it, and you started the GoFundMe, and you had posted this picture. So I'm going to share my screen, which is going to look a little chaotic for a second. So here on the left was what you were like when you were working, and you had gotten down, you said, to 80 pounds, right?
Yeah. Yes. 80 pounds.
Yeah. So like that's
a 40. I think I was, I don't know. Whatever. I can't do math, but it's like 60 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. You were definitely, like, you can see just how skin and bones you were.
Yeah.
And I remember the day your son posted on Facebook that you went in the hospital, and I was just in shock with what he had shared with us. My heart went out to you so much.
I think I was in IC when he posted that.
Mm-hmm, yeah, you were. So what's been happening since? I know we started to work together. We worked a lot on mindset. We got some protocols on board, and you made a lot of changes. I know it was our last call when you said, I have a car, I have money, I can do this. And I'm like, yes, do you want to come on a live stream? Like, this is the first time that I've heard you so pumped because you had just come back from the beach and you were driving and you got some raw milk products, and then the next day you want to draw, and it was just one thing after the other. So take us.
I gotta make up for all that lost time.
I know. So you made some big changes. You're now off your benzo.
Yep. And I'm tapering, and I'm tapering the antipsychotic.
Yep.
Not that I'm psychotic, but my doctor gave it to me.
It's so sad how many people are prescribed the antipsychotics. They're prescribed the benzos because they can't sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
And the doctors don't tell them how bad they are.
No.
Of course, we know. I mean, I knew how bad it was. I was a mental health, I'm a social worker, so I know how bad they are. But I never thought I didn't know how dangerous they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how much weight have you gained back?
All of it.
All of it. And I know that before we started working together, before that hospital episode, you were already losing.
Right.
And now you're back up to the weight. I think the other day you're like, I think I need to start watching what I'm eating because you eat really healthy.
Yeah, I eat really healthy. I have to watch what I eat though because I like fruit, and fruit has a lot of sugar, and I guess that I have to watch it because I have to watch what I eat at night too. But other than that, I'm happy with my weight.
Yes, I think your weight looks good. You look great. Like, I never want to see you go back to that 80 pounds. And
Never.
I'm always the one I'm always the one telling you, you could gain a little bit of more weight and you'd be fine. Like, you'd be okay. So besides that, health-wise, how are you feeling? What changes have you made? What's going on in your life? What has changed in your life since then?
Well, I just want to say, you're really inspirational in helping me with, just doing things that I love to do. Like like painting. And I remember I painted my son a picture, and you said, and I said, I was, what do you like? You asked me, what do you like to do for fun? And I said, well, I started doing a painting. You said, well, paint me a picture. So I did, and that
And you sent it
really,
to me.
and that
Yeah, it is
inspired
in my
me.
bathroom.
Oh, good. And and that inspired me. So I've been doing more painting. I even was at the art walk a couple months ago and sold some of my art. So, and
Nice.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the dog, I mean, the dog sitting has been really helpful because, I was, when you encouraged me to think about doing that, I've been doing that every day. And it's not only helped me with my finances, but it's also helped me with, cleaning my house. And because they come over and they don't, it's the dogs that don't care about the house, but the owners do.
Yeah. So
And
you've
so
started you have your own business now.
yeah, it's nice. Thanks a lot. That's been
You're
helpful.
very welcome. And what else are you doing to enjoy yourself? I know now you have a car.
Yes, I had to get a car because my old one didn't work, and so I got a reverse mortgage, and I was able to take some equity out of that, and um, get my car, and also I get some other things around the house, just starting to make it my house. Because before I got sick, I was always a mom, and then my son just recently moved out. So this is the first time that I've actually been able to, enjoy my life without being, a mom. So
Well, and that's the key. You're enjoy in your life.
yes, yes,
That is something because I know that when we started to work together, there was not a lot of joy. There was
right.
there was not you were not very happy.
No, I wasn't. I was pretty hopeless. Oh, I mean, I felt better once I got off the meds. Not off all of them, but off the ones that I got off them. My head got clear, and so I started
Mhm.
enjoying, life, and then the mindset. Some of the authors that you had me read, they definitely help you with,
Mhm.
you know, caring about yourself and taking care of yourself, and that was helpful.
Well, and it's you've made a lot of lifestyle changes to incorporate that because I find
Yeah.
a lot of people can be really they're resistant to the mindset work and you put a lot of effort into it and you put a lot of effort into making sure that you are finding joy and you are doing things like on our last call we actually had the call where you were in another
Berkeley.
town. You
Yeah.
were in Berkeley, you had just
Mm-hmm.
went to the beach and you
Beach.
were going to a whole food
Mm-hmm.
farmers market type thing and
It was awesome.
yeah
Yeah.
and I just think it's amazing because there's so many people who are on benzos or are tapering off benzos and they're housebound. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just sharing the fact that you're able to get out again. You are
Yeah.
doing things again.
Well, you were really instrumental in helping me do that with walking, just having just to get out and walk for 20 minutes. Like I was housebound when I was
Mhm.
feeling hopeless and sick and just, oh, it's horrible. Oops.
No, you're still there.
Oh, okay. Um, but it's just that, having to get, walk and then walk the dogs, because,
Mhm.
walking the dogs, even if I don't feel like walking, I gotta, I say, well, at least can walk the dogs. And so that's been really helpful. Just being able to function more and pushing through, you've been really helpful in pushing me to do more, even when I don't feel like it, because I'm still
Mhm.
not there yet. I still have, some other meds to come off of and some more gut work and all that stuff, like you
Yes.
said. But yeah, you're right. Coming this far has definitely been, from been doing things that I didn't want to do, and I'm really grateful that I'm this far too. So
Yeah, it helps to have an accountability partner who's nagging you at the other end.
yeah.
Right? Sandy, did you go on that website and look for more dogs when you were starting that and did you do this and you're like yeah I'm getting it done, right? So it really does help to have the accountability and then our mindset sessions are always brainstorming how can we improve things, how can we improve the mindset work, how can we improve your life even more and as we work through the protocols because that's going to take as long as it takes. um, you know, your body is going to dictate that, but at least we've got you to the point where you're not housebound, and I'm super proud of you. And I think everybody, I hope everybody online gives you a big virtual hug and shows just how amazing it is. Because sometimes I think that you forget how far you've come, and I just want to always remind you of that.
Well, thank you. Yeah. It's nice to be reminded, and it's nice to hear other people acknowledge that, because when I know for me, when I'm really hurting and in pain, all I can think about is sometimes, you know, what isn't working. And so, yeah, it's nice to be reminded and to see how far I have come.
Yeah. And to pat yourself on the back, and to really acknowledge yourself for all the changes you've made, because there's a lot of people who are really going to benefit from seeing this. Like, I really think it's going to give them some hope and some inspiration.
I hope so.
That, you know,
I really hope to be an inspiration to a lot of people, because, you know, I was really bad. I mean, I couldn't even walk. That's how bad I was. I couldn't walk. I couldn't pee. I couldn't poop. Yeah. So, but yeah, and now last night I went to yoga last night, and
you went to yoga last night. I know.
Yeah. And I was just thinking about how grateful I was, you know, when I was able to do those moves, because I couldn't do those moves even, you know, 3 years ago when I thought I was worse off than I am now, and you know, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was better off. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway.
Yeah, when you thought you were better off. We got it. Well, I'm proud. Big hug to you. One day.
Thank you.
Next time I come to California, we'll definitely hook up.
Definitely.
So if anybody has any questions, definitely reach out to Sandi. She is in our Facebook group, always very active. And if you're looking for coaching support, you can check out www.motivatedtoheal.com. Work with me, and my group program is now up also. So you can check out either of those links and post any questions for us in the Facebook group. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And thanks again, Sandi, so much for coming on live. And you did an awesome job.
Oh, thank you, Sandi. It was a pleasure and an honor.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.